You've been wanting a podcast that makes you laugh, has crazy guests on, but keeps it 100 and ain't afraid to talk about deep shit that happens in life. Look no more. This is Hanging Out with Darnell Bonds. Darnell is a truck driver who owns his own business, so he's seen just about everything there is to see, and we do mean everything. It's real. It's real. It's raw. It's raw. Darnell also breaks down the walls in front of men's mental health. Having suffered from major depression for a long time, he talks about his journey, how he handles it, and how he's doing today. All right, let's get in here. Open up, have some damn fun, and rock this mother. This is Hanging Out with Darnell Bonds. Now, here's your host, Darnell.
Yo, what it do, people? It's your boy D Bonds 317 coming to you with another hit, another banger, whatever you want to call it. I am your host. Thank you for coming to hang out with Darnell Bonds. That's the name of the show. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. All two of y'all listeners. I be looking at my stats, so I be knowing. I be knowing. But I'm gonna talk about trucking today. I'm gonna talk about lease purchase. Should you get a lease purchase or should you not get a lease purchase? That's really up to you. I can't tell you, hey, just stick being a company driver, or hey, stick to being or just be a lease purchase. But before you jump into lease purchase, make sure you do your research. Make sure you listen to this episode all the way. I want to apologize for my last episode. Be careful who you have your kid by. I heard it myself, and I was disappointed with the auto. I had my truck headset on, and I thought I would be doing much better, but I got my AirPods. My AirPods work better, sound better. For the people who don't know this, I record everything in my truck. I record everything off my phone because I'm not at home, so I can't record it. So I don't do a lot of home time, only once a week out of the month. So yeah. So lease purchase, I do a lease purchase with ATS, Anderson Trucking. The reason I went to Anderson Trucking is because they have heavy haul, and I want to get into heavy haul. That's the reason why I got my CDL, is get into heavy haul. That's the reason I picked this. I did lease purchase 3 times. The 2 times I failed. I failed big time. I mean, the first company I was with, the truck they gave me was a Peterbilt 2020, I believe. Peterbilt. No, it wasn't even a 2020. It was like a 2014 Peterbilt, 500,000 miles on it. It was crazy. I don't know. Every time I do a podcast, I fucking yawn. I didn't make no money with him. That was a dry van. Then the second time I did it, it was rough. I didn't make no money. I was making money by myself. And when I teamed up with my cousin, we didn't make money. We didn't make a fucking dime. But we did. It was like 200. And when he was making money, they didn't even pay him. I knew I should have seen the red flags. It was red flags with the company because one, it was a 2024 Freightliner Cascadia, brand new truck, whatever, 75 mile per hour, no governor at 75. When I took him to sign his paper, there was 2 Chicago PD there, and one detective looking for the owner. He wasn't there. But the third time, I went back driving for somebody, and I just pick my own loads. I had a situation at home. I didn't want to be at the crib all the time. That's another topic. But when you, the third time I doing this is with ATS, and with ATS. So, uh, my friend was talking about it. Her friend, her sister, she sent me a text. She like, is this a real company? Whatever. I like, hey, let me look at it. Let me take a look at it. Because anybody got truck questions, they come to me. Whatever, right? I might have the answer. I might not. But excuse. I don't know why I do that, man. I hate that shit. But um, I read a link. I'm like, this is a real company. This is a mega company. This ain't no scam. This is a mega company. Um, it was showing she Googled the highest paying truck industry. You had heavy haul, uh, specialized freight, car hauler, DOD, defense or something like that, military loads, and they pay the highest. And so I was working at the railroad. I was working for Harsher Service at this time, and I just got tired of being on call. I man, I was home every day. Sometimes not home every day. Um, you know, I fell off a train car, landed on my back, and I was like, I'm gonna do an application. I did an application tour to ATS, and I didn't think I was gonna get an ATS. I told them I kind of lied about it. Uh, how many flatbed experience I got, um, but I had heavy haul experience, and I want to get into heavy haul um, real bad. So I still want to get in heavy haul. Um, Here at ATS, they do class, whatever, right? They do class. So I'm on class 4. It's straight flatbed. Then you got your step dead. Then you got RGN. You got RGN, right? Then you got your 13 axles trailers. You got the windmill here at ATS. Uh, ATS is like no money down. You don't pay them for like 2 weeks. You don't pay them for 2 weeks, right? Uh, I want to do a lease purchase in the drive-in, unless you got a good ass contract. Then that you do, right? You don't want to you don't want to do drive-in. I did drive-in twice and I failed twice with drive-in, and I did with reefer too. Reefer ain't too far from driving. When you look at the rates, um, when you look at the rates, so fuck. Crazy part about it, I'm not fucking tired. But when you look at the rates, um, you know, so my truck payment is $700 a week. We get fuel discounts. We get fuel subcharge that help you. Your ATS is a 65% split. So I get 50%, 65% of the load. So I get that. So I'm about to read like the breakdown of my deductibles. Uh, so um, fuel, you know, death. Um, for this year, I spent 1,400, 1290 this week. Liable auto is $8 a week. Lia- Liability limit cargo is $4. Liability physical damage is $1.60. Fed Hut 2290 is $11. Operator fuel is $786. Lease maintenance account is $97 a week. Lease brake charge is $4. Lease admission charge is $17. Lease PMQ charge, crime system, is $17 a week. Our promise note is $61 a week. Promise note interest is $3. Toll scale is $40. Only spend $40 on that. No, lease PM. I mean, I'll take that. It's not the cost. It's permanent maintenance, $17 a week. Car was $200 a year. It was one reserve account was $199. Transaction fee is $3. Tire lease tire charge is $40. Toll charge is $20. Truck payment is $705. $705. Tax service is $22. You don't need that. Work order charge is $364 ended this year. The total what I spent for last week was $2,189. The total has been deducted from me is $58. I've been here ever since March. So that's how you have it, you know. So this year I gross my truck. I'm gonna say my truck. My truck gross 93,773.39 this year since March, and we is August the 17th, 24. So my total deductible for last week was $2,663.05. What I'm saying is you just got to know if you really want to do this. You can do this. There's people that have been successful. I signed a year contract with ATS. This is a walk-away lease. This means I can turn the truck in, like, hey, I'm through. I don't have to give you 2 weeks. I'm gonna just turn it in. But I like to give companies 2 weeks. You know, that's just me. You know, uh, I like the last told me I told that I did lease. I like, hey, if I'm in a negative, if I'm not making money, man, I'm gonna quit. I'm not putting no 2 weeks notice in. I'm over the road hustling and busting my ass, and y'all not give me what I need or what I want. So when it comes to lease purchases, that you have to understand your numbers. And I know this is hard for some people because I'm working on this. Help my soul. I'm working on this is to save money, to save at least 85% of each checks, or say 3 checks to spend 1 check on household stuff, right? But what my goal is in trucking now is what my goal in trucking, and y'all gonna follow my transaction. Y'all gonna follow my process as I go. As you listen to this, you gonna follow me and what I do. Every week I'm gonna talk about mental health. Every week I'm gonna talk about trucking. Every week I'm gonna have a guest. Every week from now on, I'm gonna give you some knowledge on trucking, right? Because that's what I know. And I've been in the game for 12 years. So I've been in the game in 12 years. People are like, well, that's not enough years. But I study the game. There's a difference from just fucking driving the truck and just getting a paycheck. I read books on trucking. I did both sides. I was a company driver, and I've been an owner operator. You know, I consider a lease purchase as an owner operator. We pay for our own fuel. We pay for our own maintenance. We pay for our own tires. We pay for our oil change. So my truck make money, My truck is like the top 5% of ATS revenue, right? One of the trucks that make good money. But y'all can't stay where y'all at in life and figure out, hey, if you jump at, you might fail. So what? You failed. You didn't really fail because you could go back at it. Don't think something don't work out that you can't go back at it, because it can. I failed at this shit 2 times and about to give up on trucking. But me and trucking got this love hate relationship that people don't understand, man. I love it. Like, I really, really love it. Like, I love doing podcasts. I love acting. I love uh doing YouTube. I love doing this shit. I love doing podcasts. I love doing podcasts. I love doing this is the third show I've get started because I mess up on my other ones. And I want consistent. So Spotify, I didn't know you could lose your channel. Like, you could lose all that work you did. But the crazy thing about it, I record all my work on my phone, my podcast. I record all that stuff. So I made that on Sprite. Don't hit when it's flat. So before you do it, man, I'm making so much fucking unnecessary noise. Before you do it, ask yourself, hey, should I do this or should I not do this? I want you to write down 10 reasons why you should do this. Out of the 10 reasons, it should be 5 pros and 5 cons. Because 9 out of 10, you might have to go over the road to do this lease purchase. But it's you hauling fuel. Let's say got a lease purchase fuel thing. Hauling fuel, you home every day, you can make an easy 5 G's a week. Easy 10 G's a week. But you go work long hours too. Them 4 loads take all day. I'm telling you. I did it. Man, I did most about everything in trucking I could think of. I probably did. I haven't did car hauling. I haven't hauled trash before. I did food service. I will never do that again. All respect to people who do food service out there. I love y'all. I respect y'all, but y'all can have that part, that position. Y'all can have that. Y'all built for it. PLC, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's. Grocery stores, y'all is built for it. The only thing I would do again is gas stations, and I hate gas stations because people don't want to move out your way. Uh, when you get into the lease purchase, make sure you pick a good truck. Make sure you get the maintenance report. They're supposed to give you the maintenance report. Make sure you had a higher percentage. 65 is going to kill you. 65 is killing a brother right now. So when you look at it, man, you gotta look at the numbers. You gotta look at fuel prices. You gotta look where you're going. Stay out of places that don't have good ass freight coming out, like Florida, Arizona. I do flatbed. I do a little bit of step dead. I'm trying to get back into RGN. Look, stay in a hot area like Texas, the Midwest. Like, I'm picking up a military load on Monday that paid $1,900. But remember, I get 65% of that, and I gotta pay fuel. Then that can pay my truck payment right there. So now I got hustle for 3 more paychecks before I take my home time. Is the end of this month. So you gotta hustle, man. The trucking thing, you gotta do more than just driving the truck. You gotta, you gotta sell merch. You gotta do stand up. Y'all probably laughing, but this shit is real. Like, this, you gotta be mental strong to do this job. The job could be demanding. The job could be stressful. The job make you want to quit. The job make you irritated. People, you got four wheelers cutting you off. People that don't know how to drive around trucks. You got people that don't know how to drive semi trucks be cutting you off because they turn their turn signal and they gonna hit you. I wasn't gonna let you over because I was passing you. Then I gotta hit my brakes. My truck is governed at 80, 60, 68, not 80. I want to take the governor off, so if y'all know anything, but hey. Should you work for ATS? That's up to you, man. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be real honest. If you don't understand what I'm about to say, you haven't been driving trucks long enough. But the people who have been driving trucks long enough, they will tell you. Majority of the truck companies are the same. You will hear recruiters talk about it, say it. You will hear recruiters that talk out of their ass when it comes to trucking. You feel me? But when you look at it, should you do lease purchase? I don't know. Is it a good time? I don't know. I don't in trucking. I don't know when people are like, oh, this is a bad time to start a truck company. This is a good time to start a truck company. It don't matter. The worst time to start a business when worst thing came to worst. Like COVID, everybody wanted to go buy a semi truck. What happened? Now they all selling it because they jump in the game because they got money. You can, if you got money, you're not knowledgeable, you're not gonna survive. Any business you do, any I'm telling you, any business that anybody do and they don't have knowledge, you're not gonna survive. You're not gonna make it. So if you don't get in trucking, get you a mentor. Watch YouTube videos. Listen to podcasts. Listen to audiobooks. Take a course. I'm against course, but I will buy them to get the knowledge of them. Some course I brought, man, I could have got all this shit from YouTube. If I sit down and did, only day courses is somebody did the research for you, so you don't have to go searching. Get you a mentor in trucking. Get you a mentor that you can trust in trucking. I asked people to be my mentor. They told me this, but then I met somebody else and she told me the whole game. If somebody that you know about trucking, but you don't want to be in trucking, write a book. You can make money so many ways. I'm gonna do that on the next episode. Wow, you can make so much money so much money, so many ways. There's 65 ways to make money just off your phone alone. If you want to get into trucking, get into trucking. Get your CDL. The good thing about having your CDL and keep your CDL valid, keep your CDL right, is that you don't have to drive trucks no more. You can go back what you was doing. Then you like, okay, summertime, I just want to hit the road. You can drive and hit the road and make money that way. You have your CDL. Like, my goal is to get into heavy haul, and that's my goal. My goal is to get into heavy haul. My goal is to have people run out of my authority. I want to have a gang of owner operators run out of my authority. I'm probably doing like 85-15 split, something like around that time, around there. So I don't want to sell myself cheap, and I want to make sure everybody eat around me. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody doing this, doing that. But lease purchase, know what you're doing when you do lease purchase, man. Look at the numbers. Like the second company I was telling y'all about, uh, where is that? The second company I was telling you about, like this was my first week with them, right? My first week with them. Michigan to South Dakota. This is drive-in. South Dakota, $2,000. Mission to South Dakota to Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, $3,000. Northeast Maryland to Boise, Idaho, 7,500. Total was 12,500. 18% is 2,025. After that is 10,025, 225. Fuel 1,300. Fuel with comp data is 1,700. iPad was $145. Cash advance 0. Death 107. IFNA 30. Insurance 0. Truck rental 1,105. $1,150. Truck miles 663. AMD service Atari 145. Escrow 100. Truck PD8 40. Truck was 80. Trailer was 40. Same day wire 250. Same day wire was 25. Deposit for tablet $25. Net total $4,387.96. That was my first paycheck, and after that, I didn't make no money like that again. Your weekly fuel expense was 85 cents per mile. Our company average is 51 cents a mile. You spend 34 cents more. You could have saved $1,507 last week just by driving 65 miles. Yeah, or they didn't give me no discounts. They didn't give me no fuel charge. So yeah, if I did 65 and I was still spending money because the rate was like $1 a mile, some shit like that. So I think I was doing like 85% on there, something like that, 87%, something like that. But fuck, I hate doing this. Why? Like every time I do a podcast, I yawn. I do not know why. I'm probably just gonna drink some energy drink. But man, that's all the time I have. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for two of y'all, one of y'all. Thank y'all for listening to the show. God bless. All power to the people. See y'all later.
This has been Hanging Out with Darnell Bonds. Darnell's passion is just to have fun and to make you have fun and to get real and raw about life. We hope you enjoyed the show and had fun. We know we had a blast. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review the show. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, hit us up on Instagram and TikTok at dbonds317 or at skinnyD317. Y'all be cool. And see you next time on Hanging Out with Darnell Bonds.